Hey folks, today I want to talk about the link between MGTOW and male strippers. But before I make my central point, allow me to first issue an apology first, and I need to make another small point before I get to the central point. Okay, first the apology. I'm gonna have to make quite a bit of descriptions in terms of different types of performances and performers to really make my point count. So I apologize for the time it's going to take to lead up to my point, but please be patient, bear with me. I'll be as quick as I can. So that's apology out of the way. Second point I need to make, this video is based on the experience of male strippers in the UK only. So bear that in mind. So, if you're from abroad and you're going to say, well, we don't experience that, I've made my point just now. Okay, so let's get on with it. Right. The link between male strippers and the MGTOW. The point of this video is to emphasize the truth behind the points that MGTOW movement has and how it links up with male strippers. Now, okay, there's two types of male strippers and there's two types of performances. So you got a strippergram, which is a performance for one person who, that one woman may be celebrating her birthday. It might be a hen party. It may be her leave and do. They want a stripper or strippers to perform for that one individual while her friends are the audience, but it's aimed at her. Whereas a stage show performance, it does what it says on the stage. A stripper is performing on the stage and his target is the audience, everyone in the crowd, right? Now, there's two types of male strippers. You got an erotic stripper, which basically fits the general idea of what a male stripper, like very good looking, extremely good body. So that's the erotic side. And then you've got the other type of male stripper who's more light-hearted, game for a laugh. He has a lot of comedy element to his performance, and his performance is more based I'm a pro dancer, but I have done strip performances as well. So I fall into the other category. So my performance, if I use myself as an example, I use a lot of performing arts, a lot of tricks. I incorporate comedy, whereas I pick on a plus size woman, throw around like a rag doll. So it's very performance based, tongue in cheek. It isn't very sort of sleazy or tacky in that sort of sense. So, it's not everyone's cup of tea. Some women prefer the erotic side. Some women do prefer the more performing art side, especially if they've got their parents around and it's more light-hearted and so forth. Okay, so that's that description. So now we're coming up to the MGTOW link. We're coming up to the MGTOW. Bear with me. So the reason why a lot of strippers in the UK prefer the income of a strippergram is because a strippergram performance lasts approximately between 7 to 12 minutes. And if you're a really popular stripper, you can get up to 6 bookings on a Saturday night, possibly 3 on a Friday night. The price range goes from anything from as low as £85 up to 140, depending on how far you got to travel. So if you work out the arithmetics and add it all up, it adds up to quite a nice pay for the weekend. In some cases, some cases you can make more on the weekend than you can working 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. All right. Whereas a stage show performance, anything from 15 to 20 minutes performance, at best, you'd only get possibly 2 performances on a Saturday night, because once you add in the effort it takes to perform on stage for 20 minutes and you add the distance of traveling, you physically 2 is about enough. 3, you could do 3, but you'll be fucked by the time you get to the third one. So on average, you either get 1 show on a Saturday night or 2. Now, we're coming to the link of the MGTOW. Bear with me. So the reason why most strippers prefer the income of a strippergram, obviously you can make more money because you get more shows, but they prefer the ease of doing a stage show. Now, this is where the link of the MGTOW comes in. The problem with strippergrams in the UK in 2019. Because of social media, when it comes to women who are under 30, under mid 30, shall I say, they tend to be very picky. So they go onto the website, they choose a performer, and the agencies are part of the problem as well. Because, say for example, let's say, I don't know, let's pluck out a name for argument. Let's say we say the Italian Stallion, and the women say, oh yeah, can we have Italian Stallion performing at my friend's 21st or 25th or 30th or 18th birthday party? Instead of agency saying, well, we shall try to get Italian Stallion, but he is very popular and he has a lot of bookings elsewhere. If we can't get him, can we supply you with someone else? But agencies, they do not do that. They say, yes, we can get you Italian Stallion. So therefore, it adds to the entitlement that MGTOW talks about, the entitlement attitude. We're going to get what we want as such. So, unfortunately, Italian Stallion is not always available for every single booking. So sometimes the agency has to turn on other guys to cover that job. Sometimes the agency is courteous enough to tell the performer, oh, they asked for Italian Stallion, so you better tell them that you're a replacement. A lot of times they don't. Poor performer turns up to the door, you're not Italian Stallion, and it gets a whole load of hassle. And it leads up to, when it comes to stripograms, you find the young women pick a guy that they fancy or fantasize about, rather than picking an entertainer. Now, I'm not saying that's wrong or right, but I'm just saying that's the way it is. That's how it is. They tend to go for what they fancy, even though the guy is not gonna fuck them. Contrary to popular belief, that's not his job. If he gets lucky, that's a bonus, but that's not the whole purpose. So, but when it comes to women over 30 or over the mid 30, they kind of see it for what it is. They see it, well, we've booked an entertainer and we want to be entertained, and that's all he's here for, to entertain. So you tend to get less hassle with women, the more mature women. So this is where the MGTOW message really ties in. That sort of, that, you know, we want, and agencies endorse that, and it links up with the whole MGTOW thing. It really, I really see where MGTOW is coming from. Whereas when you do a stage show and you're booked to perform in front of audience, you're not there for one specific group of people. So you're appreciated as an entertainer. It's a less hassle, less money, but a whole lot less hassle. That's why the performers in the UK, they prefer to do a stage show in terms of hassle. And this is regardless, and this is regardless of how good looking the guy is, because I've heard cases where, yeah, the guy on the website, brilliant, absolutely fantastic superhero body, very good looking young guy, but get a load of this. On the website, he had blue contact lenses. When he turned up to do the performance, right, despite his abs and his fantastic body and his good looking young face, he had brown eyes. Guess what? The women rang up to complain to the agency that he didn't have blue eyes. That sums up MGTOW. It just sums up the MGTOW message. It really does. And there we have it. There's the link. There's the link. That's why a lot of strippers, yes, they want the money of a stripogram, but then they think, fucking hell, can I be asked with all hassle that I'm going to get? You know, am I their fantasy? That even though it's not my job, it's not my job to be their fantasy, but, you know, can I be fucked with all the hassle I'm going to have to go through for a little £100 for 20 minutes or something, where I could just go and do a stage show? Yes, I get less money, but I ain't got none of that shit to deal with. Do you see the link? Do you see the MGTOW link there? Okay, I apologise for taking a long way round, but I had to sort of formulate it this way for you to really get the impact. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in. And there we go. Okay, bye.